All right, guys, so we are back. Now, normally I'm in the studio doing my podcast, the whole mic setup and everything, editing the audio and all that. But I want to do something different today. Now, I'm shooting this particular episode in the car. I'm up at the park scenery, you know what I mean, around nature. There's something about being around nature, man. It just opens your mind to new things. It inspires you to create more vision, and it also at the same time it helps you to keep grounded and focused in life. And also one thing I realized about nature is like it teaches you how to be humble and appreciate life, more and more. Just seeing the beauty by it, getting that air in your lungs, that natural outside air. That's what we need in our lives more. We're so, caught up in our phones on this social media thing, and it's just good to get out, try something different, you know what I mean? So this is a different outlet right here. So we are back, and this is going to be episode 12. So I'm here with the life topics, and you already know I might speak knowledge. Welcome to the Rob John Podcast, episode 12. So how's everyone doing out there today? Hopefully y'all doing good. And I just wanted to say, keep your vision going, keep your dreams going, and don't quit. Don't give up no matter what. And who cares about what people thinks about you? I realized one thing in life, and one thing I've learned, that people are going to have something to say whether you do good or bad. That's just a part of life. It's human nature. People are always going to talk. But I want to tell you today to focus on you and focus on your life. You know what you have to do. I know what I have to do. And, let's just continue to build and to continue to grow in this journey of life right here. So as you can see, I got my little t-shirt made up, the Rob John Podcast. And I remember I made a post earlier stating that, if you want to have your vision set in line, but also you want to bring it to life, put it to life. The mind is a powerful thing. Whatever you manifest, things will show from that manifestation. So I just wanted to share this message with you. It's a beautiful day out. It's about like 72 degrees right now. The end of summer just passed by not too long ago. So right now we're in the fall season. And pretty soon this whole ground right here is going to be covered with, a lot of leaves. And, there's something about the fall season. It kind of reminds me of, it teaches me how to like fall back some. You know what I mean? You'll pay attention to like the 4 seasons. You got winter. That's the time to, stay in and just build. You ever notice like when the snow settles and we go through like certain snowstorms, the snow kind of in a way, tells us to like, step back a little bit. And, it kind of inspires me to, work on myself, especially in the winter season, whether working on different works in my life, or, maybe you're working on something in your life, building your brand, building your vision or whatever. Wintertime and also the fall season is a perfect opportunity to, sit back, reflect, and to work on ourselves and so forth. And then you got winter, fall, you got the spring. That's a season to begin to rise, to begin to blossom, just like the flowers in the field. You know what I mean? They became beautiful from the fall season and also the winter season. It's like the snow, it like seasons everything outside in nature. So when spring comes, everything can blossom. And then when summer comes, that's like the full potential of all the attributes of life to, begin to shine. You notice in the season of summer that the sun is the most prominent. And at the same time, we could become like the sun. It begin to shine. and people in our lives will begin to see that light within you. So, you know, if you're going through it like a time of darkness right now, never forget that God is with you. I want to remind you today that the Lord is with you, and he's right there by your side. I made a message the other day, and it stated something like, in all the dark times and hard times that you've been in, those moments of your life, and you thought that God wasn't with you, but it's in those same very moments that God was with you the whole time, and you didn't even know that he was there with you all along. So remember, if you're going through a hard time right now, you know, maybe like a moment of grief or something tragic that just happened in your life, just focus on God and know that he is with you. And this will be a great time to exercise your faith, to exercise your mind, and begin to, you know, see life and how it comes and how certain things comes from life. You know, one thing I've learned about life is that things are going to happen, and certain things we really can't control. We just got to let the universe, you know, do its thing. We got to let the universe continue to be at work. And that same work can remind us of the work within us so that we can continue to, you know, grow and build. All right, so episode 12. I got to get used to this. I got to do more of these more often. You know, there's something about being in a car. It's almost like the car is like your lab, you know what I mean? It's like your own sanctuary. You can be able to, you know, conversate just like I'm doing with you guys. And, you know, I just feel like I just feel more at peace, you know, doing this kind of video right now, and this kind of scenery and so forth. So yeah, if you guys have any, you know, feedback you want to share, if you have any great life stories, share it in the comments. That's one thing I learned about life. Like, I'm a type of person, I love to listen to, you know, people's stories of others, and, you know, what they've gone through, what they've been through, because it inspires me to, you know, grow, and it makes you kind of look at life more different when you hear the stories of others. It's like when you listen to them, you see life from a different perspective. Like, when they tell you what they've been through, it's like, wow, you've been through all that. And it's like, at the same time, it's like, if they've gone through that, then I can make it. Then we can make it. And that's what life is all about right there. It's about that change and about that growth within our soul. And I know we've seen in this year that a lot's been going on. But I realized to, you know, not to really focus on those things. It could be like certain negative things that has been going on. But, you know, at the same time, we can learn from them. But if we constantly dwell on those things, and it could kind of make us fall off in a sense in life. But I want to encourage everyone, and each and every one of you, including me, to let's focus on the things that brings life, that brings peace, that brings truth, that brings love, man. Love is a powerful thing, and also forgiveness. We can't make it in life if we're holding on to grudges within us. You know, we really can't. We got to learn to let go, and that's something that God has been teaching me how to do in my journey of life, is just to let go, you know, of things maybe that people have said bad about me or about us. Like I stated earlier, people are going to talk. They're going to say something about you, whether you do good or bad. But just take it and move on. Remember that Jesus was hated first. He was hated first. You know, it states in the Word of God that when the world hates you, remember, it hated God first. It hated Christ first. And that's truly a great inspiration right there to live by. Because, you know, he went through those things so that it can help us go further in our lives, so that we won't be discouraged, and so that we won't give up as well. I just got a little COVID message on my phone talking about am I up to date on my vaccines. They're still pushing this COVID thing, y'all, but this storm is going to pass by eventually. And yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and just share this message with you. It's about to approach the weekend, so you guys enjoy this weekend. Take time to relax and just to reflect on life and really work on you. And, you know, let's really work on us, man, because life is too short. You know, it really is, man. We could be going any minute, any second, and now is a great time to just build and just, you know, focus on God and his salvation that he has for us. And one thing I realize about life, God is going to be calling you, especially if he's choosing you to do a mighty work. You can't run from him. He's going to come after your soul regardless to, you know, encourage you to preach his gospel, to minister to others around in your life. It could be a simple ministry as going outside, walking in your neighborhood, so that people could see that light of Christ within you, so that they may be saved. You know, I remember it's going to be hard to try to, you know, have people be saved. It's only going to be a few that would choose to walk this narrow path. I remember it states in the Bible, in the Word of God, and it says that the angels in heaven, they rejoice even if one sinner has converted over to the Lord and has gave their life unto him. So that's a powerful thing right there. And that lets me know it's going to be a hard journey to try to, you know, gather souls for the Lord. But let's keep pushing. And remember, the Lord is with you. He'll show you what you need to do. He may have you do a platform or something simple as this to minister to people, you know, using online. The internet is a powerful tool, especially in this day and age. It's a great way to, you know, encourage people on these social media platforms. And 99% of the social media platforms right now is being flooded with a whole bunch of negativity. You know, we see a whole bunch of ratchetness just going on, you know, fights breaking out and just people going crazy in this life right now, you know, in this social media age. But right now is the time to, you know, go forth, share this message of God. People may not like you, but so what? So what? Just keep pushing. And remember, who cares what people thinks about you? They're going to watch you, especially if you're chosen by God to do his will. If you're doing things like these, people are going to watch you. They're just going to, you know, see what you're up to. What's this guy talking about? What's this person talking about? Changing and trying to help others. And you're going to be hated, but it doesn't matter what people thinks about you. What matters is what God thinks about you. And that's the most important thing to live by. It's like you got to go all the way in, man. You got to go all the way in. It's either you have one foot out or another foot in. But we got to be in this thing together with the Lord. You know, if he's calling us, let us not run from him, but rather let's, you know, run to his spirit so that he can show us how to make it in this journey of life. So I just wanted to come and share this message with you. You guys have a wonderful weekend. This is episode number 12. Tune in for more episodes. I'll be sharing them on my platform, on my YouTube channel, The Rob Pod. And also, I'm going to try to make an audio version of this on my audio podcast as well. So you guys take care. You have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And be safe. And enjoy the rest of your season right here. Take care. It's the Rob John Podcast.